Good morning to all. So, one query was there in one of the question which was given from the polynomial chapter point of view, covering question of your 2 marks or 3 marks. One question was there, that was question number 3. Somewhere the error is there in answer. The child was saying my answer is coming 3, but I am finding the answer should be equal to minus 19 upon 4, where it was given minus 5 upon 4. So please do that correction. And the procedure, you know the polynomial given to you is 2x square minus 3x plus 7. Sometimes errors can be there in answers. If such kind of difficulties you are facing, please let me know. I can verify whether the answer is correct or not. So you need to determine again alpha square plus beta square on behalf of this polynomial. So as already I have explained it to you, these questions are based upon what? Sum or product of the zeros. Now from here, as you need to determine alpha square plus beta square, so please focus your attention upon alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta, that is sum of the zeros, as it is given that alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. So that will be equal to minus b upon a. And b here is minus 3, so minus 3 upon a is plus 3 upon 2. And then you take the square of both the sides, alpha plus beta whole square, you know is equal to what? Alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. Substitute the value of this sum. Here this you need to determine, make it the subject. 2 into alpha beta you know is the product. The product is c upon a. So c upon a will be equal to 7 upon 2, that you can do the cancellation here. And from this equation you can calculate the value of alpha square plus beta square, which somewhere is coming equal to what? Minus 19 upon 4. So that will be the correct answer. So yesterday I have sent you the assignment that is covering your objective, and if you go through your blueprint, question is there covering 3 marks question as well as 4 marks question from this linear equation in 2 variables. So here I am summing up this topic within these 8 questions you need to prepare, and some instructions I want to give to you people from the examination preparations point of view. Better from the solve, which the question you are finding, always solve the following equation. Definitely it can be there in either section C or section D. So my suggestion to you, please you revise your last exercise. That is a very good set of questions is given in your NCERT, and I am covering some extraordinary questions from the previous board questions point of view also, and answers I have mentioned here, and you prepare well. If any queries there, you let me know, I will be solving. So I am covering all kind of question. One thing, you just make sure that one question that is graphically will be there either in 3 marks or in 4 marks. So I have added here solve graphically. You know the procedure and answer I have mentioned there. Then another 2 questions from question 3 point of view. You know what are those conditions when do the 2 equations have either your unique solution or no solution or infinite solution. So question based upon that. These are the 2 questions, that is 2 and 3, covering those 2 categories, and answers again I have mentioned. So please apply those conditions. Read the value of A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 very carefully and apply according to the question, whatever you want to calculate. Like here it is, has exactly one solution. So I know A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. So A1 is here 2P and A2 is here 2. B1 is 3 and B2 is 1. So within that A1 upon A2 and B1 upon B2, somewhere I am getting P which I need to calculate. So when you will do that calculation, you will be getting, because the sign somewhere in between is of not equal to. So your answer will be coming in terms of not equal to. So that means the except 3, all the other values of P will satisfy the equation. So in that way you need to write the answer. And for infinite solution, so conditions are there, you know, A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. Any 2 sets of the equation you can form and then go for the solution simultaneously of the 2 equations and check whether the answer A is equal to 8 or B is equal to 5 is coming or not. Then solve for X and Y. This is another category that you can find in your last, that is optional exercise, in terms of A and B when the variables are there. So this is not difficult at all. First of all, you make your mind. Now you are having 3 options available with you. Either is your substitution method, then is your elimination method, and then is your cross multiplication method. You just please trust me, in your examination hardly 2% chances are there when the question will be asked conditionally that solved by cross multiplication. You will be given the option that is left to you people in which way you want to solve. So my suggestion to you people is, please you try to do such questions with elimination method to save your time, and from the time management point of view, that is easy. But the most important part you need to cover here is the algebraic identities and the concept of your HCF and LCM in algebra within variables and coefficients and calculations also. So that is very important part here in these questions. That's why these questions are kept under the category of HOTS, high order thinking questions. So answer I mentioned, you try. If not coming, then let me know, I will solve it. Then the another category, question number 5. This is also a frequent question in examinations. When the coefficient of x is the coefficient of y in the second equation and coefficient of y is the coefficient of x in the second. That is the interchange of the coefficients of x and y within the two equations. So there is a very good method or very convenient method to solve this equation. What you can do is to get these equations reduced directly in terms of x and y. Once you add these two equations, at the result by taking common and reducing it into its lowest term, give it number 1. And then second time you get the difference of these two equations and then reduce these into lowest terms and write that the number 2. Directly your answer will be there in terms of x and y, and you can see that answer is coming x equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. Then your sixth question, that is a problem sum I have covered from the time and work point of view. Here it takes 12 hours. The question is added in your exercise somewhere in NCERT, also larger diameter and smaller diameter on that base. But here the task was completed. Here it is written only half the pool is filled. When these pipes are used, one was for 4 hours and one was for 9 hours. Let the time taken by the small is x, let the time taken by the larger is y. So 1 hour work will be 1 upon x and 1 upon y. So for 4 hours it will be 4 upon x and 4 upon and 9 upon y. The only half the tank is filled means that will be equal to 1 upon 2. So please remember that, and in that way how long would it take? So two equations will be there, you solve and check the answer. It will be 20 hours and 30 hours. Then another question, this again was discussed in your NCERT somewhere, when any candidate is appearing in the examination, for each correct answer marks will be divided and for each wrong answer marks will be reduced. That is the condition discussed here in this question, and how many questions did he answer correctly. So let the total questions in that question paper, you can say correctly answered is x, then wrongly answered is y. So score is given, conditions are given. Ajay answered 120 questions in all. So your correct plus wrong answers are 120 questions. So these are correct plus wrong answer. One equation will be there. Second will be formed according to the condition. That is 1 into 1 mark is awarded 1 into x for correct minus half into y, and then the score was equal to 90. That will be the second equation. Get the value of x and y and see what is the correct answer. That should be equal to 100. And then the last question I have added from the 2-digit number point of view. The condition is there. Read the problem carefully, solve it, write the equations that was discussed at the time of explanation also, and check whether the answer is coming equal to 83. And then another suggestion from my side is, whatever the conditions or the questions are given through examples or in towards the end of the exercises, those are all the high order thinking questions from the NCERT point of view. So please keep a watch upon those questions, and a few of the questions you take from your optional. I also will be coming back to you at last, but I will try to cover the revision of whole of the syllabus. So within these assignments, yesterday I have given to you an objective type that was sent by WhatsApp. Because your SMS system, that is e-gate system, is failing these days due to some technical problems. So we are not able to make you people aware through those messages. I hope the matter will be resolved within a day or two, and then we will come back through e-care to you. So till then, you please keep yourself busy with these all questions. Answers are there. Any queries are there, feel free to send the queries, and then tomorrow I will be there with a set of either the objective questions or some according to your blueprint from the next topic that I will let you know tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice time.